doubt as you get a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And the Minnesota Vikings. With about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
4 yards remaining now on 2nd down. Throwing, Dalton. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. When tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still, no yardage. Okay.
They'll look to throw here. Going deep for Diggs. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. With it is Brown. Oh, fighting off the defender. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Over the middle, complete to Samuel. A gain of 6 there on first. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now out comes Minnesota. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. 3-4 defense, usually here you'll see the linebackers come up, make those plays, but the nose tackle also vital.
That was so vital because what you just pointed out, normally he eats up blockers that allows the linebackers to get to the ball carrier. In this case, he did his job and then some, and there was no gain at all for the runner.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. And it's the Cowboys that have moved down to an early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. To throw here, Dalton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Defense showing blitz. Now back to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a pickup of 8 yards to move him into a 3rd and 13 here.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Dalton. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Sharif Floyd in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken around the 12. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The ultimate speedster showing that speed in front of this home crowd. They love that.
Made me stand up on that run because right now all I want to do is wave to the crowd. More noise, more noise. You got to reward him for that one. A big-time monster run.
Looking to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hodges. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be...
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So out come the Bucs now, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Throwing again. Dalton. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Second down, Dalton. Eluding the pressure right. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Play action here with Dalton. He's got Evans. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
The Bucs on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. This will be Dalton again. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They go play action here on first down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Henry Anderson in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Here we go. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. An NFL update. Second quarter now in Jacksonville. And it's the Browns out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I can say this from experience, especially from a defensive back's perspective. There's not many things more terrifying than a toss sweep or a pitch play and all that beef out in front of the runner.
Yeah, I had an old coach say 3 words on those plays, toss or pitch. Set the edge. Heard him over and over.
A lot of times they roll the edge, and when they do that, that's why you can go for a long way.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The second quarter score from Cincinnati. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. The Bucs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Andy Dalton. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And Forbath will put this one through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now out comes Minnesota. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The left side caught by Diggs. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Back to throw now on first down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays, back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. An NFL update there in the second quarter in Baltimore. And scoring yet again, the Colts extend that lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
1st and 10 for Dalton. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Elsewhere on the NFL scoreboard in Dallas. And the Cowboys on the board again. It's a 2-touchdown lead there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the 2nd half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're going to look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Here we go now.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a 2nd half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Dalton throwing on second down. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
The Bucs on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now Dalton. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for a loss of 10, and it'll be 4th and long. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Second down following the run.
Here we go now.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hodges. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. They give him a gain of 38.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9.
Here we go now. Leopard!
He'll look to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is good. And that will tie things at 17-all. So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Dalton, 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Here's Dalton. And a catch right side by Evans. 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. Elsewhere, they have gone to the 3rd quarter now in Dallas. And the Cowboys have added on to their lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. Looking to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Ten yards still left on second down.
All right, here we go.
Now back to throw. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Second down, and the offense needing 5 yards. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
The Bucks on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Here's Dalton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to about the 22 here. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that second down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Cameron Brate, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still on the attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
2nd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Jaron Reed in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. They'll drop to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Now he'll escape to his right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Matthews, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game. But when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
They'll look to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Elsewhere, 4th quarter score now for Baltimore. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be just their 2nd of the year if they could hold on.
Here we go.
Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been terrific so far. Yeah, this is a high kick, but it's not going anywhere. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. And they're going to go soft on the corners. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Buccaneers, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Oakland to take on the Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.
Yeah. Young Gerald. Yeah. Yeah. Die line with the boom pow. Every week now I switch to a new style. 212's in the back just blew out. Everything I do end up in the news now. Yeah. Lead a club with a few now. Just some Hollywood and they do. I'm in the mood now. 2 a.m. What you wanna do now? What you wanna do now? Little baby pass. Don't spill on me, that's Margella. Got this Oakland game to tell her. She look familiar. At Coachella, what's her name? Isabella, forget it, yeah. It's like a week ago, but we both know how weekends go. Tryna function, got some places we could go. Lockjaw got me speaking slow like, I'm blessed. I don't GA. You tryna, yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't got, say less. Yeah. Say less. Hey girl, what it do? If you got friends, cool, bring a few through. No fun if the homies, man, R.I.P. Nate Dogg, this too true. And you know what I'm down for. Round 2, round 3, and a round 4. Mood switch when she knocked at the front door. Next up was the uproar. Yeah, was like a week ago, but we both know how weekends go. Tryna tuck off, got some places we could go. Swear she got the like wow, she's blessed, I'm blessed. I don't GA. You tryna yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't got, say less.
Sheesh, what you saying? I don't understand. I'm out my mind, I popped. Sheesh, I swear this lockjaw got me stuttering. Girl, you not fall in love again. Sheesh, get it, my favorite rush. You talkative, ain't gotta say too much. Be quiet, who got some grapes? I'm trying to. I'm off ball for these. Get it, not complicated. No conversation, get it, not complicated. No conversation, please say less. Please say less. Please say less.
I'm blessed, I'm blessed. I don't GA. I'm tryna. Yes on, yes on, yes on, yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't got, you ain't got, you ain't go. Say less. Say less. Say less. You ain't got, you ain't got, you ain't go. Say less.
Montana.
You know, I'm like, yeah, nice P, you know?
What up, Pink?
Man.
La música de Harry Fraud.
When I pull up, they notice me. Come and talk to me like Jodeci. But don't you be too close to me. Them goons you see, let it go for me. I bring them things, I bring them things. I call them, he bring them things. Mucho, I bring them things. Looking so expensive, rings and things. I bring them things. I bring them things. I bring them things.
Man, you don't want with them, bro. Oh, you, and it better get low. Extorting, you ain't got no friends, oh. They'll be wear that like a Chanel scarf like rainbow. $1,000, this ain't your cloth. You ain't, that ain't no sauce. I can see the noodles made for poodles. I'm thinking about the La Ferrari coupe. 1.8, the option is the roof. Greens is a secret to the youth. Your goals are malnourished. Please spit the juice. Y'all be vaping, I be laden. Yes, y'all be aping. I'm Richard Mill Nation.